Hey, this is Allison.
And this is Nina.
And this is Chaotic Good, your anything but neutral reality TV podcast.
And today we are recapping Traitors US Season 4, Episode 11, Leap of Faith. And what a leap it was. As in, not at all we knew exactly what was going to happen. Bullseye, target, here we go.
God, there was...
Snooze.
The cliff had been... There was no cliff to drop off of.
Yeah,
we had already landed. We had already dropped off the cliff and landed on the ground. Yeah. But yes, today we are recapping the finale of US Traitors Season 4, and we'll also be covering the reunion.
Yes,
because they followed it right up with the reunion as well.
Which I'm glad. I'm really glad they put us out of our misery and didn't extend it for another week. Allison, I was trying to think back on a time that I was just so happy for a season of reality TV to be over. It's been a minute.
So yes, something I was thinking about today is how often do I love a reality TV finale? Because I'm thinking about Survivor and other competition reality shows. The beginning is so fun. And then a lot of times there is this defining moment midway through the season.
Yes.
And then it takes one direction after that and you get it to the end. And it is typically because of a very dominant gameplay that happens. Yeah. Good job, Rob. But it's like at the end you're like, wait, am I having fun anymore? Is this entertaining anymore? And hey, that's how it goes sometimes.
Yes.
That's how it goes sometimes. No, and there's some players on Survivor 45 that, you know, I also think, is it the difference between appointment television and binging too? Is that we have to watch this like play out week over week of the essentially the Rob takeover and the faithfuls like never finding the footing to make it more of like a, you know, a quid pro quo, balanced, tough, like a truly challenging game. We don't see that happen, and we have to see it happen over like several weeks versus if we had binged this in one weekend. Would we have been like, oh my gosh, great season, love Rob.
Yeah, how fun was that?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. Someone that's binged it, tell us. Now that all the episodes are out, tell us what you think. Was it a fun season watching it all together? Because you're right, there was not a back and forth. It truly was just Rob supremacy.
Rob supremacy, yes. Especially since Candace's outing and for the last 3 episodes especially, there was maybe a possibility of them, of Johnny and Tara changing Maura's mind, but that did not come to fruition.
No, not at all. Not even close. Not even a little bit. And the editing got us good. And I feel like it got a lot of people good. I think you and I were pretty much like, Maura's all about Rob. Like that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. The editing did make it look. I will say this about Maura. She's got some amazing faces. She gives face. She has looks. And the faces were giving, is there something there?
I was like, Tara's in her little mini skirt and Maura's in her little mini skirt and they're holding each other's hands.
They're cute.
And they're making promises. And I'm like, this is girlhood. Let's go. But no. I do want to start this recap by getting into our 2 final players, Rob and Maura. Because I've been thinking about the 2 of them a lot. Gosh. And it's not lost to me that they are both from Love Island. Yeah. You know?
Which, isn't that funny that early on in the season, I mentioned how I think when we were choosing our traitor picks, who we would think, well, funny enough, how we were both like, oh, Rob will never be a traitor. He doesn't care. He's never seen the show, which it has come out that he has never seen an episode of Traitors.
No, apparently. Rob. No, that was Maura.
Oh, yeah.
That was Maura.
Yes.
That was Maura.
But
no, Rob is actually a big fan of these kinds of shows. We'll get to that. Anyway.
And he has a good buddy that did UK Traitors.
Yes,
and won Aaron. Yes. So funny to think back on her earlier episodes being like, oh, Rob will never be chosen. That's crazy. Like if these producers were smart, they wouldn't do that. They didn't. And then when we were talking about recruitment, I got into this space of, okay, if Rob is going to make it all the way through, I hope he recruits Maura, because that was something I felt that I could cheer on. I loved the idea of Love Island supremacy on the show, and like 2 hotties known for being in their swimsuits to win Traitors. I thought that would have been fun and cute, and in a weird way. That is kind of what happened.
It is kind of what happened.
The two, they were the final two left.
And some people argue like Rob actually did Mora, as in like he actually gave Mora a gift better than anyway, he could have recruited her, but he also kept her relevant in the show
for the entire season.
And for, you know, Mora is an influencer, and so it's like maybe the brand deals that she got from the show, you know, outweigh whatever the winnings would have been if they had split the winnings. So there's that argument. But you said that they are, you know, hotties that walked around in bathing suits before this. And so I want to talk about the pretty privilege. So these are two people that are very beautiful.
Yeah.
Have been beautiful their whole lives. And that does come with a privilege. Yeah. Other privileges in the world, it's like color of your skin, how much wealth you're born into, if you're an able-bodied person. Yeah. Many people in this world are born with privileges.
Yes.
Advantages in life. And it's interesting to see within this show how Mora uses her privilege versus how Rob uses his privilege, because I feel like Mora uses it to be passive, to not even try, and Rob uses it to be ambitious. And I feel like what we saw like play out is like a passive person in life and the pros and cons of that. And then someone being active in their life. That moment when Mora says, I don't know, I don't want to think too much. My brain can't handle much more. I'm just like, when women say stuff like this, I have a hard time.
You're like, just put me in jail now because I will murder. I will go. It's
like I know I'm being. It's like I feel like I'm especially hard on women because when women decide it's just too hard to be smart, that it's so much easier to be dumb. It's like that is when you let the others. That's when you let the op win.
Yeah.
And you make their win so easy.
Yeah, and so boring. Boring and cliche. And it goes into, I was listening to, so it's a little bit of a tangent, but I promise it connects.
Please,
I promise it connects. So I was listening to, I'm a fan of Chelsea Fagan, who is the co-founder of The Financial Diet. And they do these great video essays, and it all has to focus on like women, gender, and money. Like that's kind of like money is kind of like the overarching theme of their podcasts, of their YouTube series. It all has to, which is so fun for them to talk about pop culture moments and the money aspects of it, the finances of it. And so she was talking about this new memoir that just came out called Strangers, which is a divorce memoir about this extremely privileged white woman who gets married to a hedge fund guy. They have 2 kids. They have a place in Manhattan, a place in the Hamptons, and it's the beginning of COVID. They go to the Hamptons to wait the pandemic out, and not even a weekend he leaves her for a woman that he's been cheating on her for like the last year or something. And while that sounds all like messy and dramatic, which I haven't read the book, but after I listened to that video, I immediately went to the public library and ordered it. A big thing that Chelsea was talking about was the finances that talks about in this memoir, and how this woman talking about privilege. This one, like the woman who wrote this memoir, who like this happened to her, had every privilege and advantage in the world. Like not only was her family rich, it was well connected. Her grandmother was Babe Paley, who was married to like the head of like this like huge like TV network. Babe Paley was a good friend of Truman Capote, so she was one of those, right?
One of the swans.
And other family members are also very much known people, but media people. That's also how she got, like, I believe she wrote a bit for like the New York Times. She herself she became a lawyer when she grew up. Just all these, just every white, blonde, all these things, every advantage you can think of. Yeah. And the way this memoir lays out the plan of how she slowly and insistently gave up her agency to her husband. A big part of it being her finances. She had 2 trust funds, and she emptied out both of them because his heart was so dead set on owning these 2 places, I believe both in Manhattan and in the Hamptons, because it was, you know, like childhood trauma. Like he also came from money, not as much as her. She was definitely the one that came into that marriage with a ton more assets than him. But he did come from some pretty good money, and compared to what I think of as good money. Some childhood trauma that his family lost their home in the Hamptons, and he wanted to regain that. Right. So made her empty out her trust funds for these houses, made her change the prenup so it would just completely screw her in the end. And the way this memoir has her just say yes to all of it. And then, as Chelsea says, the chickens come home to roost, and how you see it all of these choices, all of these ways that she herself chose to get rid of her agency in every aspect of her life to this man who, the way she explains it is, well, this is love. This is how I show him I love him, by giving him this power. This is how I'll show him. And how that screws us over every single time. Every single time. There is never this whole trad wife stuff that's going around, or trad girlfriend, this idea of I'm going to find a man, and as long as he's got a good paycheck coming in, like, I'm good, I'm going to relax. Hey, I'm a couch potato. I would love to be a couch potato for life as much as the next person. But it's this idea of, oh, he's gonna take care of me, I'm gonna put this on him.
She literally she decided Rob was her leader.
Exactly.
And
and this passivity, this idea of just like, I'm gonna let this, like, you take the lead, and I'm just gonna sit back. Exactly.
And I feel like it also makes you less responsible for your loss when you never tried in the first place. Exactly. So she came in never watching a single episode of Traitors. I don't think you need to be like a nerd, a student of the game. No. Not like us, not like some of the gamers. But I mean, Monet Exchange was saying on the Las Culturistas interview that she didn't even know that there was banishments, murders, nothing. Yeah. And I also am like, okay,
diva.
Is it? And then I'm like, on the flip side, I'm like, wait, you're being very hard on this woman, Allison. But it's also this people who have this passive persona of, are they giving up agency, or do they have like a, oh, who even cares persona? Like they can just laugh things off because they never cared to begin with.
Which is interesting, because that's how I feel about Rob. I feel Rob has that energy more than Maura. I think Maura
I feel like was half. Okay, so Rob reveals in the final moment, and I'm a traitor. She is shocked. She has this moment, but then I feel like she's like hiding her half smile so quickly. I feel like she is so quick to just like laugh it off when I'm like over here on my couch potato being like, but I care. I care that he did this to you, Maura.
Yeah, why don't you care? Care more. Like,
and
I
feel
understand
like
this is a game, but please, for the love of God,
I think
care
also
a little bit.
Not caring is also a form of protection. Because I also was thinking through this season, how much has Maura really given us of who she is as a person? I feel like her and Rob have been... So Rob is the kind of quiet, neutral, solid ground where he gives you nothing. Maura's a little bit more spicy. Yeah. Has more of a reaction to things. But still, it's pretty mild-mannered. Yeah. It's like I still feel like I have no idea how these people are in their interior lives. Yeah. Which, exactly. Hey, is it any of my business? I don't know. It's reality TV. But yeah, it's this feeling of like, am I proud of her for like not caring, and should I not care as much? Or am I disappointed in her for giving up her whole game to this man and not giving herself, like you said, any agency, just being a passive character when you have these advantages in your life?
Yeah. And so ready and willing to throw everybody else under the bus to keep on with this plan, to keep on with exactly like I don't want to think so. If you think that's the best plan, because I do believe that she got along with so many people in that castle.
Yeah,
and yet,
I do.
Systematically, how many people went up to her? It's like,
but the thing
Mara, I think
is
it's
when,
this, it's this, and she's like, nope.
It's like Rob found himself in a castle where he could let people make assumptions of him, and then he would use that to his advantage, and then he took that opportunity to play an aggressive game. When so many other people were coming into this castle not wanting to play that kind of game. This also makes me think, Allison, what do you really want out of Traitors? Because what I love about Traitors is the different franchises. I love the silliness. I love the Bravo characters. Do I really want it to get more strategic? If it got more strategic, would that actually ruin like some of the magic of the show?
Yeah.
Because I love Survivor.
Yeah.
And sometimes Survivor, I'm like, cast people who aren't super fans.
Exactly.
You know, they're making it not so much fun. You know, there is that end of the spectrum. But I'm also like,
but this is like the complete other side of the spectrum.
This is the
I think that's
complete
what's
other
happening
side.
here. I think there is. I totally agree. There is these moments.
you know, who's
of people,
the middle of the spectrum that I love? Candace.
Hell yeah.
So Candace
Hell yeah.
is coming from the Bravo world. She has so much fun, so much drama, so much fashion, but she is an active player in her life. When it's time to speak up, she thinks about the words she's going to say and she says it.
She says it.
She has the courage to say it, which I was so proud of her at the reunion for saying what she needed to say. And then for Lisa, who claims to be Lisa fucking Rinna. Lisa fucking Rinna. You only wanted to get to episode 7
I think
of the show so you could wear the dress. That's it.
No, I think that is more, that's protection. She wanted to go farther, but it's protection. She doesn't want to look, reality TV stars are so interesting because so often we are watching them almost as a way to like make fun of them. Like,
Right.
oh, look at these like
Not
silly
me.
people. Not us. I watch to love them because I love them so much.
And me saying this about Maura and Rob is just, you know, it's because I care so much.
We do care.
It's
Because we do care. And by the way, caring is cool. I'm going to get to that later. About people that just don't care. But anyway, let me like go back. It's so funny. When we started this, I'm like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. I'm like,
We haven't even started the recap yet. At one point, we will actually start about what happened in the show.
Eventually, but we just had so many thoughts about it, and we are like, oh, let's just talk about the thoughts it's been swirling in our heads all day, and now it's funny. Now it's all coming out. I'm like, oh, right, and this. I forgot what we were talking about.
No. I was talking about how Lisa only wanted to get to episode 7.
I think it goes back to what you were saying about Maura as this sort of not so much passivity for protection, but
to not take responsibility.
Exactly. To be
how can you lose when you didn't even care?
Exactly. And I think it's this thing where they don't want to be embarrassed for caring, for wanting to have gone farther and then it not working out. For them, I feel like they would take it as...
Them laughing at Candace was not lost on me.
I know.
At the reunion.
I know.
Because it's like, yeah, Candace cared.
Yeah. And
and
good. And I'm glad she did.
That.
Producers, please cast more people like Candace. I would love a whole, okay, maybe not a whole cast, but a good chunk of the cast to be just like Candace.
Well, okay, so it's like you can have your gamers, you can have your different franchises, but yeah, just making sure if you're casting from a franchise, like include a good assortment of people who are, you know, the way it's like I think of myself in my own life. I am an active player.
Yeah.
I'm an active person. And if that makes me an ambitious person, amazing. Sometimes it makes me an aggressive person, makes me a decisive person. It's just who I am, and that is who I like to see on my screen.
Yeah, you're the captain of your ship.
Yeah.
You're not just gonna I guess we'll see what happens. I'll just vote with the majority. No. You're interested in guiding the story, guiding if you were in a competition game show, right? Guiding that game in a specific way.
My narrative.
Yes.
Mine.
Exactly. And I think this is what it is. It's a lot of something like what Lisa was doing there, saying, "Oh, I just wanted to get to that episode." That's her narrative of, she got to that episode and so she's good.
I also made a note.
Good.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll just jump to this question that I had for you is, I was thinking of what does Peacock production feel about this season, and would they want to make changes? Because I'm obviously making my own notes about changes. My note I made is make a huge fashion moment in the penultimate episode.
Ooh, yes.
Don't make it, because they already had, like, she already had the dress, and she knew that was an episode 7 dress. So she's like, I have to wear this dress in episode 7, and I'll do anything to keep myself alive in the castle to get to episode 7. I'm like, get these fashion people an episode 10.
Exactly. We need another banquet style
we do.
challenge
Absolutely.
day something. And again, but isn't that so funny? This is us. We've had this conversation before throughout our recaps, which is what can make this show better, at least for the viewer, at least for us that are watching it. And a lot of that has been changing the prices, changing the focus of the challenges.
Do you think that's what?
And I feel like that's part of it.
Do you think what do you think production?
What does
see
production
when
think?
they see this season?
Feel...
Not Nina and Allison. We all know.
I
We all know what we
think. I part of me thinks that they think it was a home run. It definitely had a lot of people talking. It had, whether it was super pro Rob, anti Rob. I do think they see it as a success. However, I have my doubts, or I'm second guessing myself about that when I think about the reunion. I know we're bopping between the two. When I think of the reunion, I have to bring this up.
Please.
Those stupid ass fake commercials, those segments. Fillers.
You know,
exactly.
You didn't air those at the reunion. They didn't have enough to talk about at the reunion.
Exactly. Which, if you have those just at the ready, right? Because Andy calls for them, right? Like they were segments that they planned for. So it wasn't just something, we didn't have enough. Okay, add this in. It was very much planned because they knew that there was nothing to talk about to fill up an entire hour of a reunion, which is also funny to think how, again, we are Bravo people. We know reunions that are 3 parts. Okay. Yeah, And did I just put up 4? Yes, I did. I'm noticing that now. I put up 4 fingers. Like, there's 3 parts reunion. This was just one, and not even a full one.
Yeah.
And I was thinking exactly 2 things. So they knew there wasn't enough to talk about to fill up in a whole hour.
Also, I feel like one of the only people, well, we can think about this when we think about the reunion, because of course I'm like, I love Candace so much. I'm like, she actually brought some drama. She brought things to discuss. And then I felt like a lot of it was Donna Kelsey's being like, Rob played a great game.
I can't.
He played a great game.
Yeah.
He did really good.
Yeah. So exactly. Well, I feel like not even just Donna Kelsey, even though she did that a lot. Just anytime anyone brought up anything about his game.
I was saying Donna Kelsey as in everybody.
Oh yeah.
I was sorry as a plural, as in Donna said it and everybody else.
So everybody agreed. Yes. Mama Kelsey. And the second thing about those like stupid segments was, because I was thinking, like, why else would they put this in? Yes, filler. 1, 2. These producers are trying to gaslight us into thinking this was a fun season. When I am sorry, it was not. This was not a fun season. They tried to make these moments. There were some fun moments. I mean, the death conga will go down in Traitors history. Thanks to Candace.
Yeah, Jam being murdered was a highlight for me. But no, I think there were people in the turret that wanted to take all the emotion out of the game and play like this was a game. They did that successfully. And then there was a lot of faithfuls who like lacked so much confidence in themselves. Yeah. And I obviously put these reality TV people on pedestals because I just think like, wow, like you guys are so lucky to be cast on this show. And then to see, I mean, when they brought up, why did you not bring up Colton essentially trying to like recruit himself to be a traitor, and he had that weird conversation with you, why didn't you bring that up at the round table? And she's like, I knew if I brought it up, I'd mess it up somehow. Yeah. And I'm like, Lisa,
what?
Like you know, you've been in this business for 36 years.
Yeah.
You keep reminding us.
Yeah. You keep telling us.
You know how to say it.
Yeah, you know.
Or do you?
Or, yeah.
Or do you?
Exactly. Well, where it goes back to narrative, it goes back to, well, she never tried, so I guess we'll never know.
I mean, even her bringing up the stuff about Colton, it's like, you can only bring, it's like, honey, we know what you're trying to say. How about you just say it?
How about you just say it?
How about you just,
hi?
How about you just say it instead of just being like, why did you use the word?
No,
it's just a question.
It was just very interesting.
It was an interesting word. I'm like,
it's just
Lisa?
like, it's just knowing your history. It was just a really interesting word. Lisa.
Say what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Do it.
You're trying to, you want to be upfront? Okay, then actually be upfront with what you want to do.
But, you know.
So sorry. So go back to your question. So what do you think? Do you think production thinks this was a successful, good season? I know.
It's tough. I think they know that this finale had really not much to it. Nothing to it.
No.
And also it's like the steps that Rob had laid out, essentially since he recruited Eric, just fell into place. And he was able to just sweep for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And that is not probably the goal that they had for television. So I'm guessing that it was a home run up until the banquet. And then it was a fall off after.
Yeah.
But they are wanting to put Rob, and they're like, okay, if it's not like the best season ever, let's at least put Rob Roush on the Rushmore of Traitor winners. We have Suri now and we have Rob now. So it's like maybe there was some stumbles in this season, but we will make this winner like the plot, like the whole plot of the whole season is Rob.
Is just Rob.
Is Rob.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it didn't really stand up to him. Well, we got that off our chest.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good.
I'm feeling good too.
I'm feeling good too. So yeah, sometimes it's just the feeling of feeling so much and caring so much. But now I'm like, let's just have fun.
Yeah.
And let's recap this episode. So we start. They are
outside the castle.
Outside the castle, all gathered. It's going to be a murder in plain sight. And it is Mark. And Mark says he just, I feel like he walked into that coffin like he was at a doctor's office. It's like, hey, can you get on the table and sit down and then we'll do the examination. Like he just got in like
he just got in. I don't think, excuse me, I don't think he even said anything.
He said, see you in hell.
Oh, right.
He said, see you in hell, and then just walked in the coffin and nothing else.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jam, you still number one, honey,
yes.
and live
you
murder.
are Jam, you are the blueprint. Okay, you should be so proud of yourself for the way that you were murdered.
I know. I'm so proud of you, Jam. Because Mark, I was wanting. Ooh, well, this is another dancing moment.
Oh, him to have danced.
He could have done a
little danced on his grave.
Little pas de bourrée.
Ooh.
A little kickball change. Pirouette. Something.
Yeah.
You know,
a little moon.
A little moonwalk. Oh,
moonwalk.
That would have been good.
That would have been good, right?
That would have been really.
No, I don't know how he could do that on pebbles, but he's a professional dancer. He would have found a way. I believe that with my whole heart.
We believe it with his whole heart. So we then get to breakfast, and it's Eric. He's solo.
He's the first one.
He's the first one today. He's happily sipping his coffee. That is going to be us. Starting next week because we're going to have our Fridays free. Oh my gosh, because it's Friday afternoon, evening right now. And we've been recapping. We've sacrificed our Friday evenings to the Traitors. So
it's going to be so nice to do happy hour with the girls again.
I know.
Honestly.
I think we are actually missing happy hour right now.
I think so.
So if you are still loving our recaps and would still love to listen to us, we are doing Survivor recaps, and those will come out on Thursday nights or early Friday morning. So that is our new big day, and our new big show that we're covering. Maura comes in with her big hat.
Yes. Huge hat, yeah. And the long-haired wig.
And she mentions how she has such a hard time putting her trust in people. And I was thinking about that the ex-boyfriend story that you told me in her profile.
that was the reason she went to Love Island, was as revenge to her kind of then still boyfriend. They technically didn't break up. The way she describes it is that he knew that they were broken up when she was on Love Island. And it was her way, because he was cheating on her with all these different people all over the world. And she was so heartbroken that when the producers of Love Island UK reached out to her again, she had apparently had been reached out several times to do the show. And every time she was like, oh, I'm dating someone, I'm good, I'm not really interested in that. But when she found out this piece of shit was cheating on her incessantly, like it was his job, she was like, sign me up. And then was just like, hey babe, I'm just gonna go on a quick work trip, I'll see you later. And then she shows up on Love Island.
Yeah. So I'm also like, Mara, like, I know you got it in you, hun. I know it's like, it's almost like your courage came from so much pain, and it also came from, you know, it sounded like there was a long timeline of cheating and him going behind her back, and maybe him just being like a bad boyfriend,
just
to
all
her,
around, to her face,
to her face for a long time. And then she found her way to Love Island, and
yes,
we
and
are
now
so
she's a
glad
star. And now
that
she's
you
a
found
superstar.
and now you're a superstar. Also, oh my gosh, we learned the salmon truth.
Yes.
And it's because the breakfast is shit.
It's shit. And salmon is the only meat, right? It's the only breakfast meat that they give them.
It's the only protein other than hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah. And that's why we see them eat hard-boiled eggs all the time, because that's all they have.
That's all they have. And that's why they are always talking about if there's any salmon left, because I think it's that or crumbs.
Truly. Or like probably like stale crumpets.
Oh, gosh.
Right? And like hard scones.
Kristen Kish, I need to hear your tell-all about the food, because this is bad. This is bad.
Really bad. Fourth season, still bad. I remember Dylan Efron last season talking about how bad the food was. And I was hoping, because last season got so big, was so popular, and this new season, right off the bat being so popular, you would think the budget
after this season, they're like, more salmon. That's all they heard.
That's all they heard was
salmon.
not
It's like,
better food, was just more salmon. Give the stars their salmon.
And then after breakfast, Johnny and Tara are splitting up because they have work to do.
Yes, they do. Finally,
because they have named the true traitors in the castle. They're like, it is Eric and Rob. Yeah. And I'm like, you're finally right, but it's too late.
It is way too late.
It is way too late. And you let this man with the dagger last too long, because I know they would have put the votes on Rob the night before if they thought they had the numbers. And so and I feel like this is when so like Tara joins up with Mora. This is when they're like in their little mini skirts and they're doing little hand holding. I'm like,
so cute,
these two birds.
Yeah.
Good luck.
These two little birds, so true.
And this, I feel like, is when we, like, as a group, were questioning, because we just were seeing, like, Mora just, like, sitting, you know, just like a doll, essentially, with Rob and Eric. And we were wondering, like, do we think Mora and Rob are hooking up on the side? Right. That was just like an interior girl chat. Like, is this like part of it that she's just like
into him,
getting her needs met by Rob, and this is part of.
And she wants him to stick around because of that, like,
which they denied then later at the reunion. And I believe them.
I feel like I believe them. Again, I brought this up at
I almost didn't like how Rob was like doing eyes, like hinting that they were, and Mora's like, we didn't, and he's like, but
I know, especially he was doing that at the reunion, especially since he's apparently dating someone.
Yeah.
Which they ask about, which I believe Andy asked about. Like, aren't you seeing someone? Rob's like, yeah, it's going on like 2 months. So I'm like,
just my luck. Guess what he said.
I'm like,
which he meant as a joke, haha.
Oh my god, hilarious, so funny. Which makes me think, the girl that's seeing him, like, do you think that's like cute? Do you like the idea of your boyfriend being like, well, I mean, we did flirt. I mean, more, we were like flirting.
Well, he did say at the very end of the finale that he wants to find a girl that hasn't watched much TV. So,
wow. Maybe... So a bookworm. So like a bookworm, right?
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Go to Oxford, you know.
Yes, this is
library.
when she says that she's thinking too much and she can't handle anymore. Getting on to the challenge, I'm loving Alan's goth look.
Loved.
And I'm also
loved that look.
Put the foot on the gas pedal there, buddy. Because I'm ready. We did the eyes.
Yes, I need to see more. But like you said, I want to see like a veil. We've had veils in other outfits this season. I would have loved to have seen I believe it's a Steve McQueen. If I'm saying that right, or just there's a McQueen, the British designer, the one who passed away when he was really young. I believe there was a look that was antlers with
that would have been really good.
Mesh curtain of some kind, or if you're seeing the video, you're seeing the direction I'm doing. Over the face, covering the face, something like that. Something like that would be cute.
The helicopter comes in, and Mora's like, "I need to be on that chopper,"
which I loved.
It felt hyper specific.
Yeah,
it's like
she's like, I am getting on that right now.
You know, this is the challenge for me.
Yes. Which, okay, so we were talking about her being such a passive character in this show. I found the times where I was rooting for her the most
is in the challenges
that she took ownership and she like took them on when they were on that spinny thing and they were running to get those nasty stuffed animals and ripping them apart. She loved that. It was so fun cheering her on. And now seeing her be, that helicopter, I'm getting on that right now.
I would really love to know a little bit more about the inner workings of Mora's mind, because I'm like, why is it in the challenges
something gets awakened
but then at the castle a lot of this episode she seemed like a nervous doll that was ready to not be asked anything of. But I was happy for her that she got on the chopper and she got in with Rob, and he says that she's his favorite person that's left. And this is also when Johnny, Tara, and Eric are in the car on the way to the lock, and Johnny and Tara are questioning him like, have you thought of any, do you have suspicions?
Out of the five people that are left,
and
what
Eric,
do you think?
I have had suspicions of them,
and that's
I've had suspicions.
Eric,
I know, we haven't done a rant on Eric yet.
I know. I guess I just don't know what to say about it.
Well, the big thing about Eric is that he had the full knowledge that Rob was a traitor. Yeah. And this is a great question that I thought that was said at the reunion, which is, you saw that Rob was part of the voting out and the banishment of Lisa and Candace. Why did you not think that Rob was going to do that to you? And Candace is literally like across the way on the couch going, duh, 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 duh. And he said, he's like, that's one of my biggest regrets. I didn't even consider that. He seriously thought Rob complained to him about Lisa and Candace, and Eric thought Lisa and Candace were making Rob's life hard, and they were like being hard on him and being mean to him, and they were making it a really difficult turret. And I'm like, no, Rob took them out of the game.
Yeah, so he could be the winner.
And he always intended to be the solo winner, which is another reason why I was so glad that Candace was like, just admit it.
Yes.
Because there were so many moments in his confessionals and everything where he's still not admitting it. And then when he wins the money, he says, am I going to give $100,000 to someone I met 3 weeks ago? No. I'm like, period.
Yeah. Just own it. Oh my gosh.
It's just, you're constantly trying to mess with the narrative to me, the viewer. Just be honest to us. Yeah. Because this is a game and you're just trying to win.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Like what you said. And anytime anyone says anything bad about you, that's what you say. You're like, well, it's just a game. What else am I supposed to do? Okay, then say that.
Yeah, he does, but then he waffles.
But then he waffles, exactly.
He waffles.
He's like, yes, anytime anyone brought up any of his gameplay, he wants his cake. He wants to have his cake and eat it too. Exactly. Where he wants to have both.
It's like he wants to be the good, faithful, and the successful traitor.
Exactly.
At the exact same time.
He wants to be both treacherous. Oh, look at all this strategy I did. Got these people, blah, blah, blah. But he also exactly wants to be, I guess, this
the good guy.
The good guy. That's just, well, they pushed my hand. I had to. No, I had to get Candace if the name was
Candace
out.
is
They
like,
were saying
that is
her name. I had
projection
to.
you turned on us. Because he's saying, oh, well, I had to turn on you because I know eventually you were going to come for me. I'm like, no.
No.
You turned on them. Just
You turned on them.
That's simple. Just own it. Okay, wait, where was I? We're doing a
recap. I guess we were supposed to be talking about Eric, but we just end up it's like we went to a fugue state just now, and we just ended because I'll talk about Eric. Fine, I'll talk about Eric because he was just as passive as Mora.
Yes,
just as passive.
So I feel like we gave,
at least the way it was edited. At least from what we saw,
we were giving Eric a pass earlier. We were dumping it all on Mora. Mm-hmm. We can also dump it on Eric too.
Oh, 100%. Because this whole, I didn't even think that would happen. Yeah, exactly. So because you assumed. You saw this strong, confident character in front of you.
You gave up your agency.
And you gave up your agency every time, at least from what we saw. Again, the edit, I don't know, but from what we saw on the show, every time you two were in the turret, it was very much, well, what do you think, Rob? Well, what do you think? What do you think would be good? What about this? And sure, Rob, under the guise of, this person said your name, so we should get sure, explained it to you like it was good for both of your games. But Eric, come on.
I mean, all these people need is a pinky promise. Mm-hmm. And that is like the tether that all these, they're like, oh, well, we've pinky promised.
The ick that I got when I heard the term pinky promise, not once, but not twice, but several times. Which, as we've learned, several means 7.
Survivor 46.
That's a Survivor callback.
Survivor 46 recap profile. Anyway, so we get to the lock challenge.
Yes.
And it's just a pop quiz.
Yeah, that's right. I feel like the last big challenge is always a pop quiz to things that happened throughout the season. Yeah.
I forgot about that detail. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think maybe in the future they could have some cool twists that would be maybe a little bit more spicy. Mm-hmm. But they do very well at the pop quiz.
Yes.
I love the moment when Eric is like, in my head I'm like, it's like I'm James Bond, but in reality I'm just
I'm Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. But no,
I'm getting bushwhacked out here.
And I will say it looks so rough. I was also thinking, I don't know if I want to be in the helicopter. I'm on the heights aren't my best friend. I'm not sure if I'm into that. But then when they showed them Tara, Johnny, and Eric on the boat, that looked really rough.
It did make me think of, this is how I feel about convertibles. Because people think, oh my gosh, convertibles, so sexy and fun. Like, that's people's like dreams to have convertibles. We have a friend that actually just got a convertible. She's very excited. I'm very happy for her.
And we support that dream, and we hope to take photos with that car someday.
Yes, absolutely. For me, I'm like, that's the reality of being in a convertible. Like, it's an unpleasant experience to me.
Yeah, that's how I feel about also like motorcycles. But that's another one that people they love it. I don't know.
They love it.
But at least with motorcycles, you have like
Maura
goggles
says
and a helmet.
that she'd love a hot bath right now. Mm-hmm. And Rob says, I can give you something hot. What?
Crickets.
What was that?
So what?
It's pretty person privilege. That's about as hard as he's probably ever flirted in his life.
Yeah. That's probably what he meant by like, we flirted. I mean, we definitely flirted. And that's the line.
Because I bet Rob has never had to flirt.
Yeah. Because women have been throwing themselves at them since he was a kid. Yeah, it's just when pretty people think they're comedians. Because they will just say anything and everyone will just laugh at what they say.
Right, exactly.
This was sort of that. I'm just like, I mean, we know. Rob doesn't have game. We know this. Again, we saw Love Island. He doesn't. Sorry.
So at the end, you can add $20,000 to the prize pot if you jump into the lock
from the helicopter. Either Maura or Rob has to jump out of the helicopter into the lock.
It would have been nuts if both of them had to, and because
she can't swim.
Because then he has to like save her from the water and get the key. Production would have never let that happen, but to me, I was like, that would have been really something to watch.
Yeah.
She's like, but I can't swim. So then we get back to the castle. Final evening here. And Tara thinks she's convinced Maura, but no, she hasn't. And Eric is the only other name. They're not even trying for Rob, but Eric is the main name. And then getting to round table, essentially Rob's pitch is, what if Johnny was recruited as a traitor first, and then, you know, kind of like what the story angle is, oh my god, my best friend doesn't even know I'm a traitor. And then
and why they were so distant.
When they were
that
so
was why they were so
distant,
distant.
exactly.
It wasn't other strategy. It was
and then
this,
later he recruits Tara, and
Yeah.
then they're like BFF again. And it works.
And that was all they had. It was, yep. This is just like, I just think that just makes a lot of sense to me. It just makes a lot of sense. And I guess it made, you know, well, obviously Eric is on Rob's side, and so is Mora. So
I do like, so they banished Johnny, bum bum bum, and I love Johnny's little scamper.
yeah.
How he just kind of like runs out of the round table.
Well, if I was him, yeah, I want to get the heck out of there as soon as possible.
I know. Good for them though, Tara and Johnny, broadcasting from Milan, tuning in from Milan
For the
the
reunion, which they loved to bring up throughout the reunion. It's like, oh, I don't know if y'all, but you know, we're here in Milan
right now.
and yeah, what's happening over? Yeah, it's even crazier than what's happening over here.
Yep, we are still more.
Which is Milan, in case you forgot.
We're more relevant than we've ever been. Like our relevancy is only grows.
And which is why we're not there and we're here in Milan, because we're here for the Olympics. Because we also ourselves are Olympians. I don't know if y'all there, but, and I think that would have been, maybe there would have been more to the reunion if they were there. If Natalie could have gone off on Tara,
Oof.
That would have been fun.
That would.
And I feel like Natalie didn't say a peep.
No,
reunion.
Natalie didn't say much.
They
at the
didn't give her the
reunion.
option.
No. I also feel like a lot was probably edited out
That's
of the
true.
reunion, because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also thought Ron was going to confront Dorinda,
Yes.
and we didn't see that.
Which that was interesting, that if he did and Peacock decided to edit that out and instead show us Love Highland.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It's too much. It's too.
So
I think
after
too
the round
much.
table, this is when Rob grabs Mora's face and picks her up and is like, "It's us at
It's
the end."
us.
And I saw
It's
a meme
us.
that says, "This is when one of your girlfriends gets a boyfriend and you never see them again."
Exactly. It's us.
She's
It's
a
us forever. BFF, best friends for life. It's always, and then you never hear from the girl.
Then we get to the final ceremony, which I feel like they're calling Endgame now.
Oh,
Like they kept
yeah.
phrasing it as like Endgame, and I thought that was kind of like an internet phrase.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my relationship's Endgame.
It's Endgame.
Or this goal of mine is Endgame for me.
Maybe they were trying to, since Donna Kelsey was gone, they wanted to loop Taylor Swift back in again. You know, she's got a song named Endgame.
Oh, really? I did not know this.
Endgame. I'll stop there.
Nina's
trouble with trademark.
our Taylor Swift scholar between the two of us.
Yes.
Mora's latex look.
So good, girl.
Also, she
So
had some
good.
kind of like body shimmer lotion on.
So
She
good.
looked like tan and like sparkly and soft and beautiful.
Amazing. She truly looked amazing. And they had to do all of their own glam. So that's all her doing
know.
all that.
Incredible. Also, so Alan does little interviews with everybody before the in-game ceremony, and I would like more Alan interviews.
Me too.
Throughout the season.
Well, you've mentioned that you want Alan to be more
Pe-
interacting more with the contestants.
People are obsessed with Alan. I am also obsessed with Alan. However, I look at him as a host, and I feel like he's just truly reading off a script
the whole time.
for every script, for every scene, and nothing feels off the cuff. And I also wonder, like during the challenges when he turns to the camera and has a remark, is that really him, or is that a producer being like, okay, we've got the line from
here
like
it
what
is.
happened in the challenge? So I just would love to, because I know Alan is like a lovely person, because I follow him on social media.
Yes, exactly.
He's great.
Yeah, he's witty, he's smart, he's sassy, he can be a little naughty.
And so I'm just like, Peacock, like let
him cook.
let him go. No,
Yeah.
because and I think too, I just think that would be, that would be really fun throughout the season. He's having like little sit down chats. If he has to kind of, because he has to be careful about being impartial and not giving up who's a traitor, who's a all of that. So maybe just some
It's a little something.
on the side. He's got this kooky blue look.
So good.
Fun. And oh my gosh, my note is the way I rewatched this at 4x speed.
Because you were so like...
I was like, and...
I mean, the way that they extended both of Mora's votes, even though we knew exactly the way it was going.
We were watching it with friends, and we're just
with commercial breaks, yeah.
And we're just like, oh my God, speed it up.
Truly. I mean, we're both like, please, like, end our misery.
So when Eric realizes that he is being banished, Rob says, I'm sorry, but I gave Mora a pinky promise that we would be two to the end.
Because I'm a good guy. I would never go back on another traitor. I would never do that. But I just did make a promise with her.
I did. And then...
Because I'm a good guy.
And then in 5 minutes after that, he then throws the pinky promise in Mora's face.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like, how about you just...
Which he loved to do.
It's like the whole argument of, like, I just took emotion out of it and I, like, played a strategic game. I'm like, well, then don't, like, rub it in people's faces like this.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, you could tell...
I wanted Eric to be more mad.
Yes. He needed to be more mad, but maybe that would, like, give him wrinkles. I did think that he did some interesting faces on this show. Eric, you're a sweetheart. Loved all your faces. But some of them, they were just so interesting to me, to the point where I'm like, oh, he doesn't seem to move his face in particular ways. To the point where I'm like, oh, I wonder if he does that to not get wrinkles.
Wow.
If I'm totally... Because you do look so good, Eric. I'm saying this because you are gorgeous.
The Wikipedia says you're 37, and I'm like, how?
How? Every time I see him, how are you not 14 years old with that you are glistening truly from the inside out. Okay, so that's why I'm saying this. Don't... I'm not coming for you, Eric, in that sense. I'm coming for you the way you play this game. Yeah, I wanted him to, gosh, yeah, be mad or make a scene. Oh, I mean, he did try. He did have, like, a little jab at Rob.
What did he say?
I believe to Mora, he said, before they voted, said something...
Well, he voted for Rob.
Exactly. Well, and he said something along the lines of, Mora, just they really think about why you've said it, like, why do you think you've been in this game for so long? Just really think about why you've never have second guessed another person in this circle before. Like, why is that? And of course, the edit makes it look like she's really thinking, like she's in a, but like she said, thinking hurts.
She's done too much of it.
She's done too much of it, and she's sick of it. Ew, get it out of here. No. I don't do that. No, you just like, no, I'll just like close my eyes and you just like write something down and I'll say it.
Rob, actually, can you write it down?
Yeah, actually, those gloves, maybe the way that she had to like bend down. Just, I think it was truly knees. I think the top half of her body just sits straight. She couldn't just curve over, I feel like, when she was writing the names. But then, right, it comes out Rob is, well, first when it's finally just Mora and Rob, and they have to come out to each other, which I love this. I love the idea, like, I'm coming out to each other about who they are. And Mora does a little funny by saying, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I don't know what accent that was. But I'm a faithful. and Rob is playing into it. And Rob is playing into it, being like, oh, what? Are you serious? Oh my god, you really had me. Girl, you Rob, had me. Girl.
Rob, you're done. You don't have to keep acting.
Exactly. But he does. Because he is... As the further this went on, I'm like, oh, he's getting off on this, actually. Which is then he does the same, not the same thing. He says, I am and always have been a traitor. And Mora is
she's like holding her little hands like this.
Yeah.
And then because I think she was, and I'm a faithful, and she was expecting to go like this.
Yes.
But then he says traitor, and then she just lowers the little hands down.
Slowly, and she's silent because she is waiting on him to say, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. That was why she was quiet for so long. Because she was waiting for him to say, and she's like, no, you're lying. He's like, nope. Yeah, no, I've been a traitor the whole time, actually. I'm serious. I'm a traitor. And the more and more upset she's getting, the happier he gets. throughout the scene, and you can see that. You can see it when you watch the scene, how like he's smiling more and more.
She's like, you embarrassed me, please stop talking. He's laughing. Oh yeah, he's enjoying it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like she is so embarrassed herself, she has to like just start laughing to make it all a joke, because if it's all a joke, then she's fine. If I don't care, then maybe I'm less humiliated.
Exactly.
So in her like talking head confession, she says, oh, he's a bad man, but well done, and laughs. And I'm like, why can't that be me? Why can't I look at this as simply as that and be like, well, he got us.
Well, okay. Well, on to the next. Anywho.
Maybe I'll get there. Maybe I'll get there. But no, he goes then to where they've laid out all the money. He takes a bite of it. Alan presents it to him.
And Alan says, I believe he says, you're one of the best traders we've ever had. I don't like Alan. Why?
I think he is technically one of the best.
I mean, he did. It's him and Solo, and he made it all the way to the end.
No. And I think he did play a dominant game. I think it shows a couple things. I don't appreciate how, like Candace said, like, oh, the Faithfuls need to go to Faithful school. They missed that big hint that Candace left with with her votes on Rob. Yeah. But also, we talked about this so much in the last recap. The Faithfuls are going off of nothing. Eric said it also himself in the reunion. You would get a hunch, and then you would just find clues that attach themselves to that hunch. Yeah. He's like, oh, someone could just breathe weird, and we'd think they're a traitor. I'm like, and that's why I'm so over this freaking show. Because So, oh right, the quote, "Don't hate the player."
Which is the title, which is the title of the Cuts profile of Rob Roush that I believe just came out today.
Yes. Oh, that came out today?
I think so. Or maybe, or
no, because I got the paywall notification. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this later, because I'm like, or do I want to read it? I saw like one screenshot. I saw one screenshot of it on Reddit, and it said that Rob is now building a home in Florence that is close to his family's home in Florence.
Oh, and like Florence, Alabama.
Oh, Florence, Alabama?
I believe so.
Is that a city in Alabama?
That is a city in Alabama.
Okay, because I was thinking Florence, Italy. And I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's a city in Alabama.
Okay. Okay, wow. That actually gives me a lot of peace. Because I was just like, is he like fucking off to Tuscany now? With his family? I'm like, what is it? Okay,
because that's part of his narrative, right? He's all about like, I'm just a country boy. And meanwhile, I do believe he comes from money.
Well, I mean, hey, we also live in the South, and there are definitely people with money in the South. It also exists, and you can still, and people who like have this whole "I'm just a country guy" shtick, and they are driving trucks that are $200,000. So yeah. That is very much a thing.
But that was the thing. He is taking advantage of what people's perception of Southerners are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. And using that to his advantage.
No. It's like, okay, so thinking of, Alan saying, oh, you're one of the best traders to ever play it. Part of why we're like, yeah, but it's like, he is a great trader, but the Faithfuls have a losing game. Rob Cesternino called, what is Traitors? It's a mind F.
Yeah.
Compared to Survivor. And then also, I think Traitors is in such early stages of its gameplay. We're only on season 4 US. And he has come in with these advantages of being, a fairly like unknown reality TV star, not attached to a big franchise like Survivor or Housewives, and then being able to play up assumptions regarding, everyone thinks I'm just some hot, like dumb hot guy, and he played into that very well. Yeah, very well. Smart of him. It just might. I think it's going to be harder in the future for people like Rob to do as well on Traitors.
I hope so. I really hope so, Allison. We'll see. Oh, I had a question for you.
Yes.
Was there any assortment of those final 5 that would have made you happier if for them to have won? because, you know, there's lots of talk out there. Because I also discuss Traitors with my coworkers.
I love this.
They're very fun to
bounce ideas
bounce ideas off, because usually we actually have very different ideas. So I always want to hear like what their thoughts are on things. And so that was something I talked to them about. I'm like, okay, if Rob didn't win, like, was there anybody that we could really cheer on? And was this idea of there at the very end, it could have, by Maura's vote, she could have done something so bonkers crazy, right? And voted Rob out. And it could have been Eric and Maura. But then they said, but did Eric deserve it? It's kind of like what we were saying. Eric was such a passive traitor that, sure, there are things I didn't like about Rob, but exactly, he took so much action.
If Eric had turned on Rob earlier to get Rob out of the game, then maybe, although it's like his strategy was being like because this is a Survivor thing, it's like you lower your threat level until the very end and then you make a big move. And if Eric did something like that, like he played dumb with Rob and then turned on him, but not so late.
That's what happened. That was everyone waited so late to do anything. And I also partially wonder,
I think in a fugue state, I could have celebrated Johnny and Tara, and I just would have been like, don't think about the details.
Exactly. Like the details of the fact that there were only 5 people left. So of course, 2 of them, the 2 people like are traitors. Someone brought that up, or they're like, yeah, of course. Like it wasn't like, oh, they're so smart, they finally figured out. It's like, no, there were 5 people left.
Exactly.
And they knew that the 2 of them were faithful. Not. They know Maura wasn't faithful, so there you go.
Exactly. No, I think if we're thinking of people who were faithfuls and we're not passive faithfuls, we're active faithfuls, I would say Mark, Kristen, Johnny, Natalie, for sure.
For people to win. To cheer on.
Yeah.
You know what I also think of? Tiffany.
Oh my gosh, I was just going based off of the earlier, like the latest people.
Earlier. Yes. She was voted out like quite early on.
No, I think Tiffany would have been great. Rob C would have been great.
Oh, Rob C.
Monet would have been great. There's
Monet has already put in her bid for All Stars. Yeah, at the reunion, she said, like, put me back in that castle. And I'm like, producers, listen. Put her back in that castle and make her a freaking traitor. Let's go. That'd be so fun.
Think if after Candace's banishment, if they were able to ruin Rob's dagger play, get Rob out, but even ruin his like dagger move, like not like taking that power away from him, there could have been some moves. I think there could have been some interesting back and forth where Rob still wins in the end, and I would have been like, oh, that was a good game. They were close, but he got
him.
But he still won in the end.
But he won. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but there wasn't really that.
Yeah.
This is just what, you know, it's interesting. It's like there's so many seasons of Survivor, and there are seasons of Survivor where there is a dominant winner, or like some, like, you know, there's a pagonging of sorts, and that is the season, and then you just like move on to the next one, and it doesn't let you, it's like I just have to remind myself that I can't let it sour my whole feeling about the show, because I'm still gonna be excited for the next one.
We will be, yes,
we will be.
I'm excited for the civilian traitors.
Absolutely,
that is, I believe, being cast right now. The possible all-star celebrity traitor is excited to see that. I hope they bring back just the traitors, just people that were traitors.
Oh, that would be a good twist.
I mean, I take that back. Not that I hope, but that would be interesting. That would be interesting.
And so to get into the recap, if you want. Recap?
Yeah.
Or no, recap, reunion. Sorry.
I was like, for a second, I had a moment of like, did we not just do the recap? It felt like a Goosebumps episode or Twilight Zone. Like, oh my God, we're back in the beginning. And you're like, yeah, so Mark. I was like, huh?
No. Andy is in his overalls.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He says that this season is 20% more gay than last season. So there must have been like just more queer people.
There were more queer people. Yeah. That's true.
Love that. Yeah. And we learned that Rob owes Maura a Birkin. Yeah. We got Candace's comment. He won't even buy a shirt.
He won't even buy a shirt. How is he going to get you a Birkin? Which I do believe the minimum for a Birkin is $10,000 minimum.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there's a wait list. That's also like the
Okay,
big
Rob,
thing about
if you are
Birkins.
buying a Birkin, please come to Athens, Georgia and shop at Agora
Oh,
Vintage.
yes, Agora Vintage.
We have an incredible vintage seller in town that sells like insane designer purses. Maura would love one of them. If you want to support a local Athens business,
Yeah, come on down.
come on through. You don't even have to hang out with us because I have a feeling you wouldn't want to.
I have a feeling you wouldn't want to, but if you like Raising Canes, if you like the dogs, just come on down.
Come on down, neighbor. And Candace shares that she thinks Rob told Colton that he was a traitor.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of a theory that was going around the internet.
Yeah, I think it's definitely something. I just remember how intently Colton tried to like pitch himself to Lisa. And then it seemed ironic, or not so ironic, that he then became so tightly linked with Rob.
Yeah.
And was part of Rob's plans to get out the two other traitors to then maybe get recruited. Maybe. Do you think he told Colton?
Gosh, it's hard to say because the way that Colton was talking, I mean, you could just tell that he was really nervous.
He was really nervous
to be there, and he was very reserved and very measured in his wording. So I couldn't tell if when he answered that and said no, if he was just nervous about, right, just the whole reunion being on TV while everything that's going on the internet and his personal life is going on. So I couldn't tell when he said no if that was truth or not, to be totally honest.
I think one of the hard things about this game too is that there is a few very important mechanics and rules of the game that could so easily be broken off camera. And I don't know how it is off camera, but they do not sleep in that castle. They are taken to hotel rooms, there's transportation, all of that. Whereas Survivor, you're like literally like
you're there,
you're in the game 24/7. That does not change. Whereas Traitors is a little bit different, and the big thing is that you could be a traitor and you could tell someone, I'm a traitor.
Yeah, you're just like, you're at the same hotel. You've got your ice bucket. You're getting some ice. Another person's there at the vending machine. You start chit chatting, and
you say, "Hey, this is what I really want. I want to be on the show longer," or something like that. I don't know. I just feel like there's some details, some like true like it's against the rules, but it's actually the most important thing, and it's so easy to tell. Oh. But Donna's happy to be here.
So happy.
So happy
She's
to be
great
here. Time. Also, I'm scrolling through some ideas. Oh my God, I loved when Donna was, because Maura's like, I just feel like I'm so dumb.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and because she comes in her like Audrey Hepburn look.
Gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. She looks like Audrey Hepburn from My Fair Lady. That scene where they're in the horse races and everyone's wearing these really elaborate black and white outfits. That's what she was giving. It was
and
so
so
good.
she comes in and she's like, I feel so dumb. I can't believe it. And then Rob is claiming he still kept the pinky promise technically because it was just to banish Eric. He's like, that was the pinky promise.
That was the pinky promise. It's just to banish Eric. Really, in a way, like.
And Donna is saying it wasn't just you, Maura, it was the whole house that loved Rob. And Candace said, minus Candace.
Minus Candace.
And Donna's like, okay. And I'm like, I felt like that's like us to the world.
Yeah. It's like minus us.
Like the whole world is like, we love Rob. And we're like, no, hey.
Don't put me in that group. Don't put me in that group. No. Yeah, that also made me feel icky when it felt like it was very purposeful of Maura to say, I was so dumb, guys. I was just so stupid. I couldn't, and everyone being like, no, girl, no. Oh my gosh, it was so.
I'm watching it with Nina, and she's like, you like let her sit with that feeling.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I don't think we need to bombard her. I don't think we need to actually be mean or rude to her.
Candace was
just like, no, let her sit with her decisions. She voted people out that she thought weren't traitors. Like Tara, she knew Tara was not a traitor and she voted her out.
Yeah.
Let her sit with that discomfort for a bit. She will survive, I promise you.
Candace was like, you're not dumb. You just need some discernment.
Yes, because that was also a part when at the finale when Maura's going on this rant. This is why I don't trust anyone. This is why I don't trust no one. It's like, no, no, no. Well, first I'm like, well, you do trust people. You trusted Rob. And you actually you trusted a bunch of other people on the castle. You just decided to vote them out.
Yeah.
So let's, again, I'm like, I'm going to need you. I'm going to pause you on that. Because that's not true. But also, they had this whole, like, hardened exterior thing. And, like, people, you know, coming from this space of, oh my gosh, everyone lies to me. Why do I trust people that lie to me? Blah, blah. And I liked what Candace said about discernment. It's like, right, it's not about, oh, the whole world's against you. Everyone's a liar. Everyone's like trying to use you. It's like, no. It's just about like figuring out the people that are there for you, who show you respect, who see your value, who see you as a person, who are kind to you, who value your thoughts, your feelings, the things that you want to do in your life, and not just people that see you as a pawn. And being so willing, and there is such fulfillment out there. I know that you'll feel once you become a captain of your ship, which you seem to be, Maura. You are a very successful person. You are out here living your life. You are just a gal living in Central Ireland, and here you freaking are in Traitors. Like, I believe you are an active participant in your life. It is just, maybe it's just this narrative that you want to have out there. This is what you've chosen for people to know and see about you, as just a pretty doll that goes along with what this guy tells her to do. If you don't like that narrative, Maura, then you have to go out there and change it yourself.
Yes.
Because someone's not gonna now be a different Rob and now be like, oh, here's what you should do. Oh, you should just follow this. That's just something you have to choose yourself. So, wow, I guess that was my rant. And that truly all came from her, just that whole scene of her being like, oh my God, I'm just so stupid. I'm just so dumb. And wanting to get that praise from people.
Yes.
Needing to get that praise. And I'm like, no. You don't.
No.
I don't. Let's not do that. We're adults here. We're also adults here. She's not a kid. Let's no, she did do some stupid things. Yeah, agreed.
Oh my gosh. I'm like going through my recap notes, or my reunion notes, and I feel like I've already touched on so much of it.
I know.
As
we
I've
really
been
did.
ranting.
Yeah.
Because we touched
around
on how, Candace came with a lot of choice words for Rob, which we're excited to hear about. How Lisa was, claiming she only wanted to play until Final 7, and she was just surprised that she got that far to begin with.
Sure. Yeah.
Also, her, posing like trying to make something happen with Colton. And then I did appreciate, so Lisa was like, why did you say stalker? And he's like, why did you say you were gonna slit my fucking throat in the turret? We were speaking within a game.
In a game, in a TV show. We wanted to be dramatic for the TV show.
And I just,
and she had nothing to say back to that, from what I remember.
No, she had no response to that. No, I just I hope everyone can move on from the show and just continue to do great things in their lives. And if there was, a deep thing to learn about yourself, I think Colton has definitely had,
I think so, some
reckoning with yourself, with your history. Michael Rappaport, I wonder if he seemed like the same Michael Rappaport.
He's the exact same. Nothing's changed. Come on.
That's when we know the end of times is upon us, is when Michael Rappaport changes. And I hope that I hope everyone can continue on either in their reality TV careers or to the quiet life that Rob says he wants.
Though I'm sure we'll see him on TV soon. I just have a gut feeling about that.
Well, supposedly after Love Island, he was wanting to leave the reality TV world completely. And then he agreed to come on to Traitors.
We'll see.
He came out from hiding, so maybe we'll see. But
we'll see.
Do you want to chat about anything else with the reunion?
I think that's it for me too. All I kept thinking about the reunion also was, man, I wish Portia was on the show longer.
Oh, she was really
so
fun.
Again, just going back to that thought of, gosh, there were some fun people in this cast. It's just that they got
so fast.
They got so fast.
I also think the way they schedule out the episodes, doing a 3-episode premiere, I think
horrible.
It causes it creates like a big social media moment. It creates a very like a discussion point.
Yeah.
For the week. But then I think it also it's just like just have it 1 episode a week. I think that would be so much better.
Yeah, no more 3-episode premieres. Enough with that. Don't do that. Producers, please don't do that again. Yeah, that was not fun. Yeah. But no, I think that's it. I think that's it for Traitors US season 4. Wow, y'all, we did it. We recapped the whole season.
We recapped the whole season. I'm proud of us, Nina.
I'm proud of us too.
And it's been really good to be able to get some things off my chest here.
It's been feeling really good.
It's been feeling really good. And I feel like, we came in hot this time, but it's what we had it's what was weighing on our hearts.
Yes. And now we can have an easy breezy rest of our weekend.
Yeah. It's going to be a good weekend.
It is. I'm excited. And so thanks y'all for watching our recap.
Thank you for following us along on this journey too. If you happen to also be watching Survivor, the season 50 is a huge season. Season 50 premiere happened this past week. So if you have not watched the season premiere yet, it is the season just begun.
Just started.
This is a perfect time to jump in. So we are recapping season 50. So we are still going to be doing our reality TV recaps on a weekly basis. We're just jumping ship to Survivor.
Woo!
So please join us there. Please subscribe if you're enjoying this channel, and thank you so much for the support, and stay tuned for more shows that we'll be recapping.
Yeah. See y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.